You're simply the best. Better than all the rest.
Hello, welcome back to the channel, it's JPA here. Now in today's video I'm going to be discussing Braga versus Rangers for tomorrow night. I'll just get straight into this video, guys. So tomorrow night it's Rangers away in Europe. They're going to play Braga at the Estadio Municipal de Braga. Very hard for me to say that. It's a 5 PM kickoff, by the way, guys. I just want to kind of pre-warn you about that in case you were thinking it was maybe later on. I know we kicked off at 8 PM last week. I don't know if that's anything to do with the Champions League games. I'd imagine it probably will be, and plus the fact it's away from home. So if you're working, try and get yourself away early or try and get home as quickly as you can, because it's kicking off at tea time. Fortunately for me, I finish at 2 o'clock, so I'll be back in the house within plenty of time to watch it. It's available on BT Sport 3 and obviously Rangers TV if you're outside the UK. Really not sure how this one's going to go. Obviously we had that massive high last week of coming back and beating this team. They've went away and won 3-1 and we've went away and drawn 2-2. No great. They played I think it's Setúbal, which I'm pretty sure is the team we got Cardozo from. They beat them 3-1 at home. Now the worrying thing for me is they rested Ruiz, Paulinho, Fran Sergio and Trincao. They all got rested at the weekend there and they still won 3-1 and managed to, what, 24 shots or something like that on goal. Quite worrying that they're that good at home and they can rest all these good players. I think was it Paulinho and Fran Sergio were the goal scorers, I'm pretty sure. Didn't quote me on that, but I know Fran Sergio was one of the goal scorers. Trincao was obviously that amazing player who we've seen on the wing, who cut inside and almost scored. He's just been signed for Barcelona. Very good player, very talented. They left all these kind of players on the bench. Ruiz was the guy who scored. He was also dropped for this game. Trincao did come on towards the end of the game and did score, but it says a lot about this team that they can rest that many good players from the first team and still run out fairly comfortable winners at home. I don't think we could do that. I mean, can you imagine if we dropped the likes of Tav, Morelos, Kent, I'm trying to think of players that are on form right now actually, I can't really think of much, Jack, Davis. If we rested these kind of players, we'd be in big trouble, I really think, and they've went away and done that. So just a little bit of inside knowledge to kind of look at and say that they're going to be a really good team. We know that from the first leg that they were good. They're very technical, very good on the ball, but they're also very strong, they're very physical, they like to get in your face and they create a lot of problems from set pieces and that as well. We saw that from the first minute where they got that header very close in the first few minutes of the game. Because we played them last week, there's no point going through a lot of their form and stuff. We talked about that last week. I've talked about the fact that they won 3-1 fairly comfortable just at the weekend there. I've also mentioned the fact that we drew, which was really disappointing. But the one silver lining and all that was Camberi. His performance I thought was absolutely outstanding, and he's probably going to have to step in for Morelos. Morelos, of course, is suspended after that yellow card last week, although I do think that was a ridiculous yellow card. But as I said, it might be a blessing in disguise if we can get through this round and we'll have Morelos back for the next round. Here's hoping. I'm not saying we're going to win, but that might be a blessing in disguise. Borna Barisic has an outside chance to make in this game. He's been in training, and I can't remember who it was against, but I remember the last time we had a big game coming up, Barisic was injured and he was quoted as having an outside chance, and he definitely made the game. I think it was either against Hearts or it was against Celtic, I can't even remember which one, but he made the game, so I'd imagine he'll make this game now. The only other thing is, obviously, I've mentioned Morelos is suspended, Borna Barisic is probably going to be out, Jermaine Defoe is injured, Hilander is injured. The one thing that is a real bit of a debate right now, who's going to be centre half. Katic had an absolute nightmare there on was it Saturday or Sunday? Sunday, sorry. Got Goldson really didn't cover himself in glory either in that game. Goldson seems to be first pick in centre half, so I'd imagine he will start. But does Steven Gerrard, under all the pressure that he's under of picking the right team for the right games, does he stay with Katic and hope that Katic does alright? I actually think Katic will play and will do okay, but he's got that option. He's got that option that he could go for Edmondson and bring him in. Obviously Hollander's injured, as I've said, but he could just do that and bring it in. What do you guys think down below? What do you think the team's likely to line up at? Do you think we'll completely change the setup and the way things are going? I know I did say that in the St Johnstone kind of reaction video that I'd like to change the system. I think for Europe this system is actually fine and we play it actually okay. It's not as if we need to try and break teams down, and because I don't think Braga will play that way anyway. They're going to have to come out, they're going to have to get a goal. And one thing I will say about this, if Braga score, even if it's an early goal, please don't panic. All we need is one goal as well. I mean, if we're winning 1-0, that's great. If they score, doesn't really matter until they score a second goal. That's when we need to start panicking. But if they score a goal, just remain calm, and hopefully the team remains calm as well, and we can get doing what we did in the previous game and build on a couple of chances and then eventually try and get a goal. Which this Braga team, as much as they're good going forward, they do look susceptible to attacks, and we've seen that even when we weren't playing very well in the first half. We still created a number of chances. Hopefully we can do that. The one thing I will say about Kamberi, the last couple of times he's came on, Morelos has been on the pitch occupying space and pulling defenders here and there and everywhere. Although Morelos hasn't particularly played really well, he's still got that in him to kind of occupy defenders and give them the run around, which creates space for Kamberi. Kamberi's not going to have that this time, so the likes of Kent, possibly Hadji, are going to have to do that job for him. And it'll be interesting to see how Kamberi reacts to being the main striker, seeing as he's either played in a 2 or wide on the left since he's been at Rangers. In terms of score prediction, I'm going to go for the same as I went in the last game. Nobody could have quite predicted what had happened in the last game, but I'm going to go for Braga 1, Rangers 1. Goal scorers is quite difficult because I didn't know who's going to play that in midfield 3. Ryan Jack is obviously back in contention, and I'd imagine he'll start the game. I'm going to go for Arfield as a goal scorer. Normally I go for like some Morelos or maybe even Aribo or Kent or something, but I'm going to go a little bit different and go Arfield for a goal. So my prediction is Braga 1, Rangers 1, which would take us through, and I'm going to go for Arfield to score. So tell me what you guys think down below. I'm just going to wrap this video up quickly, guys. I feel like I've been talking for ages, but there is quite a lot to discuss in this game, how I think it'll go. Get your opinions down below and we'll have a wee discussion about it, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers guys, thank you.